are you, John? Without the PDT, I can't track shit.
Hydroponics. Or what's left of hydroponics. The shaft's covered in growth. I'm not going anywhere.
Wait, let me check the blueprints. Yes, Hydroponics has a service elevator.
Affirmative.
Keep me in the loop.
Alright, fine. This looks well lit. Let's go that way. Ah, what the fuck?
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
It's some sort of insect.
Keep your distance.
It's tied up. Doesn't look like it can get loose.
Tied up? How big is it?
Big.
You know, like the size of a fucking house. Smiley face. The hell? Oh, yeah, no, never mind. Okay. Well, looks like we can activate a suction pump at first. Reports. The Queen's life cycle, week 93. Monday, healthy, docile, responsive to stimuli, milking as normal. Tuesday, no activity. Wednesday, healthy, heightened aggression, recommended milking with only experienced staff. Thursday, no activity. Friday, healthy, highly aggressive, 3 personnel wounded in milking. Saturday, healthy, quiet, unusual brooding behavior, milking normal. Sunday, healthy, aggressive, 1 fatality via venom pouches. Okay. Okay, I have milk collection. Aha!
It was too close.
I was like, there's a smiley face there, so I'm guessing that means usually when she's happy about something. So I was gonna take advantage. And it looks like it paid off. I got a pincer? Whatever the fuck reason, okay. What's this one? Zutenshu personal logs, okay. February 20. Oh, praise God Almighty. I couldn't be happier. Dr. Great took me to one side and told me that I was the only person who had the skill and ability to take control of the nursery. He promoted me on the spot and said that I was now personally responsible for the Queen. The royal jelly that she produces has proved to be incredibly useful. I discovered through my own analysis that not only is the jelly an essential nutrient for the insect population, but that it has other amazing physical properties too. It accelerates molecular bonding in certain substances, acting as a thickener for many natural substances, while also regenerating their natural properties. With some engineering, I imagine we could turn this into a true medical breakthrough. I imagine doctors in hospital wards on Earth using our bonding agent to heal wounds instantly. Perhaps finally the Tenshu name will be revered in medical history instead of reviled. So everyone hates you, I guess. March 10. The Queen is a temperamental little thing. A fiery lady to be sure. But Queenie, you forget I grew up in a family with more than one fire-breathing dragon. If I can handle my mother, I can certainly handle you. Ha! Although when she is milked, she's rather docile. I dare say she's rather attached to me. I'm sure I heard her purring at me. That's the only way I can describe it. I'm aware that she's a bug and all, but it sounded rather like approval. My parents kept hives of bees, so I've never been squeamish over insects, and I can tell the difference between aggression and favor. I'm still the only person who can get close without being bitten, and her bite can leave one hell of a mark. Yes, I know this. Hodgkin said he'll report his side effects upon his return from sick leave. In other news, Dr. Myrick, one of Dr. Gray's subordinates, has requested samples of the jelly for experiments with his tree resins. He thinks it might have a use as an industrial adhesive. This is a little away from my original intention, but I suppose it's a start. August 12. I try so hard to be positive, to be the person whose enthusiasm never once flags nor fails, but when you start hearing rumors that appall you to your very core, I try to shrug it off, but recently it's become harder to deny it. I've been hearing sounds from the elevator shafts, the sound of a wailing infant, crying out in pain before suddenly being silenced. That is no rumor. Sometimes I lay awake at night, and I swear I can hear the crying of children. Can't be dreaming. I saw Ingratiate to confess my fears. He gave me a prescription to help me sleep, but something in his eyes said that he knew I was hearing something real and worse. It was something he was hearing too. More rumors Dr. Milan is using children in his research. I have to ignore it. If it were true, Kane would remove him immediately. Surely. Even Dr. Gray appears to find it an uncomfortable subject for discussion, and this is a man who slept easily when Isaac got his left cheek torn off by the Queen. Yeah, I was lucky. September 22nd. Is Dr. Gray short of staff again? Once again I'm being forced to manage multiple projects, only this time it's an examination of an acutely destructive new spore that seems to have infected a few of the pods. First observations, it's a parasitic fungus that grows faster than a common weed, and like a common weed, I feel it should be destroyed. But I know that Dr. Gray won't do it. He, like many of the other senior doctors, sees any new species as something to be exploited and weaponized. September 31. In the darkness, something stirs. I can't say what. I'm too afraid to find out what it is. When Ivan and Theo disappeared a month back, we assumed they somehow deserted. That was the official stance taken by Dr. Milan and the board anyway. Last night's events prove that there's something on board with us, but God knows where it's from. The Queen was more rambunctious than I've seen her before, and milking her was certainly more challenging than I'm used to. Edmund was assisting. We've been short on staff, and some of our volunteers are simply refusing to show for work. The Queen's environment has been disturbed a great deal, and so her violent tendencies are more pronounced. Edmund was on his way out of hydroponics when it happened. Something pulled him into one of the air ducts. I didn't see much. I saw him walking towards the decontamination chamber, and the next moment his legs were kicking the air as whatever it was dragged him up into the ceiling while he squealed like a pig. Fucking xenomorphs, man. I'm resigning tomorrow. I did not sign up for mad science. I came to Kane to serve humanity and clear my family's name, not watch my crewmates be slaughtered by a species that Dr. Milan refuses to confirm or deny. December 3rd. If only I'd resigned when I said I would, and if only they'd ignored my demands to have the infernal fungus destroyed. It's growing over me now, over my skin. It's burrowing into my flesh. The insects attacked again today, and it seems to only worsen. Dr. Gray was destroyed by a swarm of them, and now he is only fertilizer for that ever-ravenous mold he was so curious about. The uninfected are making an attempt to escape. This doesn't include me. The emergency flares keep the bugs away. I told them to give me the flare to hold back the bugs so they can get away. I hope they escape soon. This fungus is making my head feel funny. I'm sure I can feel it growing through my ear canal. Fun! But the bugs, though. See, I was right to be worried about those bugs in the other area. From Dr. S. Gray to a Dr. Tenchu. This is foolish pranks. Ezekiel, with the greatest respect, could you please stop the ridiculous pranks your group insists on carrying out in the fertilization chambers? I will admit that they're hardly dangerous, but they are undignified. I certainly wouldn't like to be present when a Kane inspector stumbles upon young Theodore racing in front of the Queen, hands above his head, while shouting, "I'm covered in bees." Not the bees! It is unprofessional. Please instruct them to cease their foolishness at once. Kind regards, Dr. Gray. Dr. E.F. Way, a matter of spirit. Zika, don't worry. I don't think you're losing your mind. Ghosts are a possibility, but I suspect what you're hearing is perhaps the sound of devices playing in other parts of the ship. I do believe at the moment that the corporeal world and spirit world are very much divided, so try to calm yourself. If you would like, I could talk to someone in cargo storage about those sounds, but I wouldn't worry about it. This island is full of noises, but pay them no mind. For once I am quoting Shakespeare and not the Bible. Get some sleep and maybe do fewer night shifts. Eleanor. Well then. What the hell? Hardened amber. I wonder, can I use... The pincer should be good at breaking stuff, yeah? Or just tearing it up. Pierced amber. Okay. Tree sap. Really? Tree sap? Okay, I'm just gonna leave now. Yeah, alright, that one's got lights on too. I didn't think that was an actual doorway at first, but fuck it.
This is ridiculous. How did it grow this world in a few months?
Quite easily with the right motivations.
It's big business.
This is vaporizing that. Cool. Alright, well, let's have a look at the computer terminal. Oh, hold on. Metal plaque. Okay. Dr. Sebastian Gray. January 2nd. Finally, we have more room for the Linnesi Harville strain. which I've been working on so hard. It's days like this that humanity truly proves why it crawled out of the ocean before any other. My section has been expanded. I have more staff, true, but they are drones and have little other function. Now we can expand the research potential of Project Kitchen Knife and see what else the plants can yield. The oxygen production rate is quite unlike anything my initial projections could have predicted. Last year it became the worst kept secret on the Groom Lake, and all of a sudden I had more interns than I could comfortably employ. Their only function is to stumble about the place and ask troublesome questions that I have little time to answer. If only our world was more like that of insects. We have plenty of workers and drones, but none of the unwavering loyalty. Bees work and work, the faith in their queen unquestioning and constant. That kind of loyalty is beyond price. These interns of mine have their uses, I suppose. We always need volunteers willing to get close to the queen. That's right, buddies. Cannon fodder. February 16. Am I surrounded by incompetence? One of these imbecile interns got too close to the queen, and she showed him her affection. Quite amusing, though, not to him. This means that I must attend another accident briefing with the board, though. Dr. Milan does love to test me. I see him up on the hearing bench, and he grins at me in that supercilious look that he has perfected over the years. I suppose that I have to thank him for my current position. It was his recommendation to the board that made them hire me in the first place. Still, I believe he has come to enjoy these little power plays. He does so like to keep me under his heel. That, my dear doctor, is the only temporary situation. Once this project is complete, the chess games that we play so often will no longer be our only battleground. Regarding the project, some of the bug eggs failed to hatch properly. I suspect this is why the Queen was more aggressive than usual. There are more than enough drones to continue the collection work. The unique chemical properties are doing wonders for the plants, although I'm running short of interns prepared to work in close proximity to them since the last incident. The worker I appreciate the most is Akiza. I was astonished to discover that she is related to the legendary Dr. Tenshu of the Eugenic Wars. I did consider mentioning it to her, but I sense she is oddly ashamed to have him as her ancestor. If it wasn't for men like him, our profession would be a hollow shell of what it is now. Then again, if it wasn't for him, genetic research would have been put back by several generations, now would it? The ethical quandaries we face as men of science. Yes. June 16, the insects are restless. They rumble in their apiaries and are more aggressive than usual. My personal deduction is that the presence of the marine thugs aboard the ship are the cause. Armed guards all over the place. Armed guards. I was stopped by one the other day and asked my reasons for going into hydroponics. Well, after explaining I was head of the damn project, I had the guard removed from his post and then the ship. This is insanity! How am I supposed to progress with these thugs around? September 23, I recall complaining about the inundation of interns. If only they were still here now. Both Ivan and Theodore disappeared from their rooms last night, and I have had to speak to security about their whereabouts. They were Akiza's assistants, and now the production of the Queen's Royal Jelly has slowed exponentially. That's been a huge blow, but a rather extraordinary anomaly has appeared in our growth pods. A hitherto undiscovered strain of fungus. Its origin is something of a mystery to me. These fungal growths fascinate. At first, I thought it was a common garden variety mold, but after a substantial analysis performed by Akiza, it seems to harbor neuron activity. That is to say, it seems to exhibit rudimentary signs of intelligence. We've certainly created some unusual species on this deck, but the idea of a quasi-intelligent fungus growing and evolving of its own volition is exciting and frankly frightening. I've asked Akiza and the remnants of her team to cultivate it, but exhibit caution in where it is spread. October 24. I was asked by one of Dr. Milan's assistants if the fungal substance discovered growing in the bowels of the ship had anything to do with us. I lied, of course, but this is becoming alarming. Our experiments flourished at first. We may have lost more staff recently, but our experiments have been very fruitful indeed. Confidentially, the properties of the fungus is both extraordinary and terrifying. It has the remarkable ability to take control of a living subject's central nervous system and hypothalamus, as observed in the monkey we used for testing. The monkey shrieked and thrashed in rage for the first few days after it was exposed, and then it became quiet, observant, and uncannily intelligent. It's certainly aggressive, but then again, which viruses aren't? December 1. No. We've officially lost control of the deck. Eden now truly belongs to the beast. We've seen strange things. I watched as the fungus took control of the deck. As it spread through the staff, and much to my shame, I watched their deaths and examined their bodies. Nobody can cross the pods because the bugs are so aggressive that when Solomon went through in a rat suit, they ripped it from his body and stung him to death. It took me in moments. Still, I live in the hope that the insects will remember me, their creator, and perhaps see me as one of their own. So the fungus is alive. Well, I mean, it would be alive, it's a plant, but it's got a brain. Okay. For Dr. Tenshu, regarding my family, Dr. Gray, I did not wish to seem unprofessional or impolite, but I would ask that you not press me on the subject of my ancestry any further. I was nearly refused entry to medical school on the basis of my family's background, and the torment I suffered at the hands of my school peers regarding my great-great-uncle was unbearable. I am fully aware of his actions, and I have seen countless photographs and documents of the consequences of his work. I took this position to change our world for the better, not to be reminded of the skeletons in my family's closet. I've enjoyed our working relationship thus far, Dr. Gray, but I prefer my family history no longer be a topic of our conversation. Thank you for understanding. Akiza. Dr. E.F. Way regarding a meal. Dr. Gray, I enjoyed our meal yesterday. It was refreshing to hear a man so outspoken on the ship. I appreciate your candor, and I do agree that perhaps it's time the board was shaken up a little. Although this is merely an observation rather than an action plan, I think the top leadership needs some new blood. I second you if you decided to take on the challenge yourself. Your impeccable scientific pedigree more than qualifies you, by the way. Did you know where they were keeping that new cargo? Seems rather like a waste of resources if they won't even tell us where it is. Regards, E.F. Way. Yeah, so this fungus literally went around and just ate people. Anyway, what do we got here? The Vaporizer. Report. Vaporizer, the perfected Mark V model of the Kane Corporation Trans-State Modifier. Using advanced and unique molecularization technology, the Vaporizer has the ability to shift a targeted substance between gas, liquid, and solid states, without any of the structural breakdowns seen in objects shifted between states on a regular basis. The Mark V is the latest model, but it hasn't yet been rolled into mass production because of the current difficulty fueling the Vaporizer with resources on the board to Groom Lake. Recent experiments undertaken were more than satisfactory, and it passed the Kane safety and security test with no adverse effects causing harm to the user observed. It's been graded level 4 because of the specific nature of its technology and the limited quantity of existing vaporizers. During an experiment recently carried out on the royal jelly produced by Hydroponics, Dr. Gray and the other observers commented on the remarkable speed at which the jelly was transformed into gas, thus placating their insect population. Huh.
Vaporizer chamber compromised. Chamber is not airtight.
Okay. Not airtight. Okay, what if I... Yeah, okay, there we go.
Error.
Okay, so it's airtight, but... Oh, I need to put something on the actual vaporizer pad. Yeah, that would probably be a smart idea, wouldn't it? I guess the Queen's milk then?
Vaporizer activated.
There we go. Took me a second. That's what have I got now? It's Vaporized Queen Pheromone. Huh. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to get into those corpses, so away I go. Okay, well, this is the only other place I can go, so... Oh. Lovely. Guessing this is that insect swarm they were talking about. Okay. Oxygen collection tank.
Oxygen levels increasing.
Uh-oh. Okay, hold on a second. What if... Okay, so that blade is spinning fast. If I throw this at that, it'll disperse the shit and hopefully... Yeah! It gets rid of the bugs. Lovely stink. Okay, I guess I'll...
1. Oxygen levels increasing to dangerous levels.
Wait, what the fuck?
It's beautiful.
Who the hell is that?
Garden's my favourite part of any ship. Green, full, natural.
Okay. Body engulfed in vines. Those look like flares. Yep, cool looking flare. Sterile. Okay. Eleanor Way, that one looks alive. Alright.
Oh, God. I could get you out. I could cut you free.
Alright, well, the only thing I got's the flare, so I wonder...
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you end this. But you need to help me first. I don't need you to leave. I need you to crack this flare. The oxygen will ignite. Then you will...
Oh, okay, well that explains why I had to turn on the oxygen tanks. I was like, what the hell is this for? Because if I light anything, the place is gonna blow up. Oh, okay, I'm bailing apparently.
Extreme external temperatures.
Couldn't even wait for
detected.
me to get clear,
Plug
thanks.
suit has regulated body temperature to benchmark level.
The fire systems just went haywire over here, John.
You know,
What
shit.
did you do?
I cleared the vines.
With a flamethrower?
Something like that.
Yes. Yes, that is how I roll.
Fire in Oxygen Gardens 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. Fire in Oxygen Gardens 2, 7, 8. Fire suppression system activated. Warning. Fire suppression system compromised.
Yeah, wouldn't that just kill our oxygen
Warning.
supply? Like,
Shit.
completely?
Oxygen production has been compromised. Are the biomes still intact? Oh, God, please don't say you burned them out.
Well,
Just the one on this level.
It's caused a chain reaction, John. They're all going up. We have a time limit now. Hours at most.
You get my daughter
Yeah.
right now.
we all needed time limits. Alright, let's see if I can use the elevator now, because I can't go anywhere else.
You little shit! What have you done?
Listen to me.
Fire and lots of it.
Cleansers. Mr. Manager, I'm gonna make sure you burn for what you and your friends have done to me. To my own!
Please. I have nothing to do with this.
You won't get much further. Goodbye.
Okay, you started this.